There are two foods that I love in this world more than any other food there is. First one would be cookies, of course, and the second one is pancakes. I love pancakes, they're so comforting. You can get so creative with them. And then of course, anything topped with maple syrup is fantastic, right? So the weather is warming up here in Southern California, which means that it's berry season. So with all these gorgeous blueberries around, of course, I'm in the mood to make some blueberry pancakes. These are the very best vegan and gluten-free pancakes I have ever tried. There's nothing to feel bad about or guilty about with these pancakes, and I hope you love them as much as we do here in the Dunham household. All right, let me show you how to make these super easy vegan and gluten-free blueberry pancakes. We start with some garbanzo bean flour. Really easy to find online if you can't find it in your store. We have some oat flour. So of course, if you'd like to make your own oat flour, it's really easy to do. All you do is take some dry oats, put them in a blender, and then grind them up until they look like flour. So easy. Next, we have just a little bit of granulated sugar. And the last of our dry ingredients, we have some baking soda and salt. Just give this a nice stir. Next, we add in all of our wet ingredients. We don't need to mix them up separately, we just add them straight to this bowl. Starting with some non-dairy milk. I usually use either cashew or almond milk. We have a little bit of vanilla extract, just to help round out the flavors, add a little extra dimension of flavor. Finally, we have some unsweetened applesauce. I like using applesauce in this recipe because it makes the pancakes nice and fluffy. And it actually replaces the oil in the recipe as well. Just give this a nice stir. That's looking pretty good. Nice batter there. The next step typically is to start warming up your skillet. Now I've already been warming this. It's nice and piping hot, but really you just want it on a medium heat. You don't want to go much higher than that. Aside from that, we do want to add a light coating of some oil to the surface. You know, if you have a really nice, reliable, non-stick pan, you can skip the oil. I actually like it because it adds a little extra texture to the surface of the pancakes, a little bit of an extra crunch, but you can certainly skip it if you like. Okay, this is nice and hot. Let's start making some pancakes. We really want to add for about 3 to 4 inch pancakes, but you can go as little or as large as you like. So now I'm sure you're thinking, wait a minute, these are blueberry pancakes and I'm not seeing any blueberries. This is actually the time when we add those. Just gonna add 8 to 10 blueberries to the surface of these pancakes. If you add them to the batter, it will really affect the shape of your pancakes. Believe me, I've tried it. Now this recipe makes about 6 4-inch pancakes, so if you're feeding a crowd, be sure to double or even triple the recipe. Now with most pancakes, you can tell when they're done because there's little bubbles that go to the surface and they pop, and that's when you flip them. With this recipe, however, you don't get those bubbles, so you just look for the edges. You want them to be more matte than shiny. That kind of gives you a clue that they're ready to be flipped. And then of course, if they don't flip easily, they start falling apart, that means they need a couple extra minutes too. While we're waiting, I have to say, using a metal spatula is definitely the way to go when it comes to pancakes. If you have a silicone or even a plastic spatula, it's really hard to get underneath those pancakes and keep them all intact. Definitely go for a nice and thin metal spatula like this one. All right, now it's time to flip. Now we want to let these go for another few minutes. Take a look to see if they're done. All right, these are looking good. I think that it's time to eat. And now we'll add our toppings. A few extra blueberries. Just makes it look fun and festive. And then of course, maple syrup. Look at that, glorious, right? So pretty. I'm excited, I can't wait. And I do have to say, I do feel that fresh blueberries work better than frozen in this recipe, but honestly, you could use both. See what you think. All right. So good. First thing that comes to mind, comfort food. I have to say, if you like thick and hearty pancakes, this is a recipe for you. Look at that, nice and steamy, lots of juicy blueberries. Wow, so tasty. If you decide to try this recipe, please let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to know. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe by clicking right here. And to catch more videos with lots of recipes or kitchen tips or health tips, please click right here. And if you'd like to get instant notifications anytime that I post a new video, be sure to click that bell. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.